Hello, it's me. Hi. We're doing a different kind of video today. It's gonna be fantastic. Zach's not here. Zach is not here today, which means that we get to do weird videos. For example, wait, look at my, before we change, look at my Cthulhu. That thing's great. Welcome, we get to do weird video. Look at my desk. We have a mimic with Dyson. We have a mug with John Travolta on it. We have a copy of Pink Floyd's The Wall. And we have a COVID test, because those are just good to have around. All right. Welcome, friends. I hope that you're excited. I give to you Game of Thrones, a pop-up guide to Westeros. Because I get to do weird, fun stuff when Zach's busy. I give to you perhaps the first ever full audiobook of Game of Thrones, a pop-up guide to Westeros. Here we go. Page 1. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Wait, can we get that? Get out of here. Get out of here, you mimic. No, John Travolta, you can come closer. Look at this. Look at it. It's beautiful. Okay, here we go. The history of Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms. It was Aegon I Targaryen, also known as Aegon the Conqueror, who first established the nation now known as the Seven Kingdoms. Fleeing from the doom of Valyria, Aegon found the continent of Westeros divided into 7 independently ruled realms. Using his dragons to subdue these disparate kingdoms and unite them as one nation under his kinship, Aegon declared that each of the conquered regions would henceforth be guarded by a warden of his choosing. Those kings who had submitted to his rule, such as Torrhen Stark in the north, were named lords of their former kingdoms and allowed to maintain at least some of their power. The great houses of Westeros came to prominence as a result of this power share. Although it is named the Seven Kingdoms, the realm is now made up of 9 different regions. The North, the Iron Islands, the Vale, the Reach, the Westerlands, the Stormlands, the Riverlands, the Crowned Lands, and Dorne. I think it would be a fun drinking game that I am not going to play, to take a drink every time there is an inaccuracy in this book. However, It is pretty cool. It is pretty. Come on, fold it. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. The Iron Throne, constructed by Aegon I Targaryen following the War of Conquest. Constructed by Aegon I Targaryen following the War of Conquest that first established the Seven Kingdoms, the Iron Throne is the much-desired seat of power in Westeros. Made from the swords of Aegon's defeated enemies and forged in the fiery breath of his dragon Balerion, the surfaces of the Iron Throne are so jagged and hazardous that it allows no ruler to rest easy. Okay, see, it's going to be very show-focused and very silly, but look how pretty it is, though. Look at this thing. It's so cool. Now, let's take a look at the major houses in King's Landing. Beginning with House Lannister, hear me roar. As proud as the lion that adorns its sigil, House Lannister is the most wealthy and feared family in the Seven Kingdoms. Seated at Casterly Rock in the Westerlands, the members of House Lannister were kings of the Rock until their surrender to Aegon I Targaryen during the War of Conquest. Currently, the family's great wealth and power lie in the many gold mines it owns and the cunning of its patriarch, Tywin Lannister, father to twins Cersei and Jaime Lannister, and their younger brother Tyrion. Tywin is ruthless in his efforts to ensure that the Lannister name remains feared and respected. Those who cross the Lannisters soon come to learn the truth behind the well-used adage, a Lannister always pays his debts. Shoop. Come on, it's pretty cool. Get out of here. Shoot, get out of here. Not you, John. You can come closer. King's Landing. The capital of the Seven Kingdoms, King's Landing is named for Aegon I Targaryen, who established the expansive city after conquering Westeros. Situated in the balmy south, King's Landing strikes an uneasy balance between fabulous wealth and terrible squalor, contrasting the grandeur of its royal castle, the Red Keep, boom, with the fetid slums known as Flea Bottom. Among the decadence and decay sits the great sept of Baelor, the holiest sept in the land, where those devoted to the faith of the Seven make pilgrimages to worship under the High Septon. The seat of all the power of the Seven Kingdoms, King's Landing houses the Iron Throne within the walls of its Red Keep, walls that many attackers have tried to breach throughout the years. I counted 3 inaccuracies in that one, but I won't be counting through the whole thing. Oh, look, it's Mandon Moore? The Kingsguard. Founded by Aegon I Targaryen, the Kingsguard is an elite force of just 7 knights sworn to protect whichever ruler sits on the Iron Throne. Forbidden to sire children or own lands, the members must show absolute fealty to the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, vowing to spend their entire lives watching over the king. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Yes. Whoop. House Baratheon, ours is the fury. Founded by Orys Baratheon, one of Aegon the Conqueror's most valued generals, and also rumored to be his bastard brother. You know, this is more extensive than I thought it would be. House Baratheon is seated at the mighty castle of Storm's End in the eastern region of Westeros, known as the Stormlands. The members of House Baratheon are known for their quick tempers and strength on the battlefield. It was their military prowess, particularly that of Robert Baratheon and his brother Stannis, that dethroned Aerys the Mad. Since Robert's death in a hunting accident, however, the family has been mired in infighting following the revelation that Robert's children, including King Joffrey Baratheon, may in fact be of pure Lannister blood, a claim that has led Stannis to wage a bitter war on the Iron Throne. Rebellion against the Mad King. The Targaryen dynasty ruled for almost 300 years until the erratic actions of Aerys II Targaryen, later known as the Mad King, brought the family's reign to a bloody end. When Aerys' son Prince Rhaegar disappeared with Lyanna Stark, her oldest brother Brandon Stark headed to King's Landing to confront Rhaegar. Aerys captured and murdered Brandon alongside his father, Rickard Stark, and next demanded the heads of Brandon's younger brother, Eddard Stark, and Robert Baratheon, Lyanna's fiancé. Thanks, John. Both were wards of Jon Arryn, who refused to give them up, raising his banner against Aerys and beginning the war known as Robert's Rebellion. Following the decisive Battle of the Trident, in which Robert slew Rhaegar in single combat, Eddard led his troops to King's Landing, only to discover that House Lannister had betrayed Aerys. The Mad King's throat had been slit by Jaime Lannister, paving the way for Robert Baratheon to take the Iron Throne. Whoa. Yeah. This makes me really happy. Yeah. The Tourney of the Hand. Held in honor of Eddard Stark upon being named Hand of the King in service to Robert Baratheon, the Tourney of the Hand saw the finest knights of the Seven Kingdoms joust for the king's pleasure. Heralded as a triumph of chivalry and spectacle, the event was somewhat marred when, after being defeated by Sir Loras Tyrell, Sir Gregor Clegane showed his displeasure by beheading his own horse. I would not say that is the most marring thing that happened during that tournament, but fine. The Eerie. Situated within the Mountains of the Moon in the Vale of Arryn, the castle known as the Eerie is unique in its defenses. Sitting hundreds of feet above the valley floor on a peak known as the Giant's Lance, the Eerie is believed to be impenetrable to attackers due to its elevated positions. Spoilers. We'll start here. Whoop, come here. Whoop. House Arryn as high as honor. Rulers of the region known as the Vale, the members of House Arryn are direct descendants of the Andals, who first conquered much of Westeros and brought the faith of the Seven to the land. Although able to remain safe and remote in their reputedly unassailable castle, the Eerie, House Arryn has played an important part in the recent history of the Seven Kingdoms. It was the Lord of the Eerie, Jon Arryn, who refused to hand his wards, Eddard Stark and Robert Baratheon, over to Aerys II Targaryen for execution, sparking the war that would unseat the Mad King from the Iron Throne. Later, Jon became the Hand of the King to Robert. Sadly, he was poisoned at King's Landing. His death seemed to send his wife, Lysa, into a downward spiral of paranoia and madness. To my knowledge, it is not common knowledge that Jon Arryn was poisoned. Is that the case? Do people know that? Because this is definitely, like, from the perspective of a scholar in universe. Get in here, John. This is definitely from the perspective of a scholar in universe. My cord just fell out of the wall behind me and scared the daylights out of me. Get back in there. Get back in there, you. Talk to me in the comments. I'm having so much fun. Yes, we'll do it this way first. Ready? Click. Ooh. Let's do that again. Whoa. The justice of the Moon Door. Aggressors and those who break the laws of the Vale soon learn that the Eerie has its own forms of justice, including the decidedly final judgment of the Moon Door, the preferred method of execution in the Eerie. The Moon Door is a weirwood hatch built into the floor of the High Hall. It is used to drop the condemned to their deaths. The doors open to reveal the valley hundreds of floors below, and for those unfortunate enough to meet their fate this way, there's just enough time to contemplate their crimes on the way down. Ooh. House Tyrell growing strong. Presiding over the area of Westeros known as the Reach, the Tyrells are an ancient and powerful family with a level of wealth that rivals the Lannisters. Granted the castle of Highgarden by Aegon I Targaryen following the War of Conquest, the Tyrells later stayed loyal to the Targaryens during Robert's rebellion, giving the future king his only crushing defeat at the Battle of Ashford. Eventually bending the knee to Robert following the death of the Mad King, the Tyrells continue to thrive under the watchful eye of the cunning Lady Olenna Redwine, the Queen of Thorns. Wow! Not even mentioning Big Brain Mace. Unbelievable. Wait, does this? Oh, cool. Okay. Whoop. House Tully, family, duty, honor. Hailing from the picturesque area of Westeros known as the Riverlands, House Tully first rose to prominence during the War of Conquest, when it sided with Aegon the Conqueror against the detested King Harren the Black. In more recent years, the Tullys have benefited from a number of strategic alliances formed through matrimony, with Lord Hoster Tully marrying his daughters Catelyn and Lysa to House Stark and House Arryn, respectively. Despite picking his allies well, Lord Hoster was unable to prevent House Tully from being ravaged by the War of the Five Kings, although his brother, Sir Brandon the Blackfish, remains a staunch defender of Tully honor. Click. Whoop. Oh! The Twins. Straddling the green fork of the Trident, these twin castles are linked by a bridge that traverses the powerful river, making the area a strategically vital waypoint for armies on the march. The seat of House Frey, whose members have historically used the castles to their full financial advantage, the Twins has more recently developed a reputation of notoriety following the events of the Red Wedding. You know something? This is actually kind of good. Faith in the Seven Kingdoms. There are a number of religions vying for dominance in Westeros. The most ancient is the worship of the Old Gods, which originated with the Children of the Forest, the race of beings who inhabited Westeros before the arrival of the first men. The coming of the race known as the Andals to Westeros saw the simple customs of the Old Gods, such as worship of the weirwood trees, largely replaced by the Faith of the Seven. The Faith of the Seven dictates that there is one God with 7 different aspects that can be called upon in different times of crisis, be it the mother, father, warrior, maiden, smith, crone, or stranger. The newest religion to take hold in Westeros is that of R'hllor, the Lord of Light, a faith that is far more common on the continent of Essos, east of Westeros. Fanatically evangelized by advocates such as Melisandre, the Red Priestess, the religion of the one true God demands the rejection of all other faiths and the immolation of false idols. Okay. Okay, maybe I take it back. Maybe this is not from the perspective of someone in universe. Shadow, wow, this is actually kind of beautiful art. Look at this. Wow. Loki, wow. A shadow assassin. A shadow assassin, Your Grace. I saw it myself. Wow. The shadow assassin. During the War of the Five Kings, Renly Baratheon was a strong contender for the Iron Throne, much to the chagrin of his older brother Stannis, who saw himself as the rightful heir following the death of his eldest sibling Robert. Rather than engage Renly in open battle, Stannis conspired with Stannis conspired with his consort, the eerily gifted Melisandre, who used Stannis' seed to give birth to a shadowy creature that slipped by Renly's guards and stabbed him through the heart. Oh. I mean, it really is pretty cool. Winterfell. The thick stone walls of Winterfell have kept House Stark safe from attackers for thousands of years. Constructed over hot springs that heat the castle's great keep and ward off the worst of the North's incessantly cold climate, Winterfell stands on the King's Road between King's Landing to the south and the Wall to the north. Famed for the hospitality of its great hall, along with the eerie, winding crypts that house the bones of the storied kings in the north, Winterfell is widely regarded as the capital of the North. Interesting that they say widely regarded. I suppose the Boltons might dispute. The Heart Tree of the Godswood. Located in the grounds of Winterfell, the Godswood is a verdant area in which a weirwood or heart tree grows. Sacred to all those who still worship the old gods, the carved face on the tree's pale white trunk is said to allow the old gods to watch over their worshippers and preside over important events like marriages and other oaths. While followers of the Faith of the Seven have burned many of the weirwoods in the southern region of Westeros, the trees remain an important part of everyday life and worship in the north. What is this? What are you? What are you? What is this? What is this? What is that? Is that the broken tower? What is that? What is this? So it's this thing. What is this? Is there a tower overlooking the Winterfell Godswood? Interesting. Also, is Winterfell this? Huh. Interesting. Okay, cool. Moving on. Click. Whoop. House Greyjoy, we do not sow. Ruling over the barren Iron Islands, House Greyjoy remains aloof from the other great houses of Westeros. Descended from ironborn men who observed the old ways by raiding settlements and seizing wealth by combat, or, as they called it, paying the iron price trademark, the Greyjoys are fiercely proud of their heritage and dismissive of the more civilized ways of the Seven Kingdoms. Lord Balon Greyjoy once tried to reinstate the old ways by naming himself King of the Iron Islands and seeking independence, but his forces were soon crushed by Robert Baratheon's army. As a result, Theon Greyjoy became Eddard Stark's ward in an agreement that bound Balon to peace. Whoa, yeah, okay. Okay, this is pretty cool. Hang on, let's get a shot of Pike from the side. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, that's so cool. I like this a lot. Pike. As wind-blown and weather-beaten as its fierce people, the Ironborn, the castle of Pike sits among the Iron Islands. The seat of House Greyjoy and the home of Balon Greyjoy, Pike's fortress-like structure makes it difficult to assail. That didn't prevent King Robert Baratheon and Lord Eddard Stark from breaching the castle during the Greyjoy Rebellion, however. A defeat that Balon and his son Theon would never forget. I don't know. Theon forgot lots of stuff. Click. Get in there. Yes. Oh, this one doesn't want to go. Yes. House Stark, winter is coming. Descendants of the first men, the Starks are an ancient and noble house that ruled the North as kings until the War of the Conquest saw them bend the knee to Aegon the Conqueror. Henceforth titled Wardens of the North, the stoic Starks showed loyalty to the Iron Throne until the deranged action of Aegon's descendant, Aerys the First Targaryen. Until Aerys the Second Targaryen led then Lord of Winterfell Eddard Stark to join Robert's rebellion. Later asked by Robert Baratheon to become Hand of the King following the suspicious death of Jon Arryn, Eddard found himself embroiled in a treacherous power struggle with House Lannister, which would have dire consequences for his family and engulf the Seven Kingdoms in the bloody War of the Five Kings. Is there something under? There is something under here. Come on. Come on now. Hello! Yeah! Oh my god, it's huge. I don't think you're supposed to bend that way, buddy. Direwolves. Not seen south of the wall for more than 200 years, a litter of these formidable creatures was nevertheless found by Eddard Stark and his children. Larger, stronger, and more deadly than regular wolves, direwolves are fiercely loyal to their masters. I think this is a good time to say, you should like and comment and do all of those. Wow! Yes! Because if this video performs well, then I'll do. Oh, look at my Greyjoy shirt. Look at that. Look at my Greyjoy shirt. If this video performs well, then Zach will let me do more. Look at this. Look. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh my god, that's actually like really gorgeous. Let's start. Okay, yes, we have to do both of these. So let's start here. The oath of the Night's Watch. Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. I shall live and die at my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. I am the shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor to the Night's Watch for this night and all nights to come. The Night's Watch. The Order of the Night's Watch was created to guard the wall and ensure the safety of Westeros. The men of the Night's Watch swear a solemn oath upon joining that sees them bound for the rest of their days. Largely seen as an honorable calling, the decision to take the black, a reference to the black clothing that all members wear, is often extended to men facing exile, disgrace, or execution, hence the large proportion of criminals within their ranks. Hey, buddy. Hey, look at that. Look at this guy. Whoop. He's definitely doing the Austin Powers walk up the stairs thing, and this person is definitely too tall for their post. Castle Black. The main stronghold of the Night's Watch, Castle Black is found at the center of a 300-mile wall, guarding one of the only tunnels that links the Seven Kingdoms with the largely uncharted land beyond. Equipped with a mechanical elevator that transports troops to the top of the wall for patrol duty, Castle Black is one of only 3 fortresses still manned by the Night's Watch. Oh yes, Longclaw. Handed down from generation to generation in House Mormont, the sword Longclaw was given to Jon Snow by the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, G.R. Mormont. Originally the possession of Mormont's disgraced son Jorah, Longclaw is forged with Valyrian steel and features a carved direwolf's head on its pommel, in keeping with Jon Snow's Stark heritage. Oh, yes. Yeah, hang on, let's get that reveal again. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, all right. The Wildlings. Refusing to bend the knee to kings and queens of the Seven Kingdoms, the Wildlings, or Free Folk as they prefer to be known, live in the frozen north beyond the Wall. Led by Mance Rayder, a former member of the Night's Watch, the Wildlings are often thought of as savages and killers due to their frequent raids on the lands south of the Wall. With the lands beyond the Wall becoming increasingly hazardous, however, the Wildlings have a compelling reason to leave the frozen wastes of their homelands. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! What is this, a bone club? Bone club is ready. I got you for 3 minutes. Giants. Standing more than 10 feet high, giants can be found in the icy plains beyond the Wall. Allied with Mance Rayder, these mighty beings are a valuable addition to the ever-growing wildling army and a fearsome enemy for the Night's Watch. And finally, the Wall. Constructed 8,000 years ago following victory in a devastating war... Constructed 8,000 years ago following victory in a devastating war with the beings known as the White Walkers, the Wall is designed to keep these creatures and other enemies from invading the Seven Kingdoms from the north. Standing at 700 feet tall and running for 300 miles along the north's border with the lands of Always Winter, the Wall is made of ice and stone and is said to be fortified with ancient spells that also keep the White Walkers at bay. Despite being manned by the Night's Watch, the Wall is occasionally breached by the Wildlings, who risk life and limb to scale its treacherous heights in an attempt to infiltrate the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this guy. Oh my god, it's so good. White Walkers. There's not a child in the Seven Kingdoms who has not heard the blood-curdling tales of the White Walkers, first encountered thousands of years ago during the period of perpetual darkness known as the Long Night. These terrifying beings came from the frozen wastes beyond the Wall and ravaged Westeros, slaughtering men, women, and children. Any longer. Boo. He's trying to remember something. He's trying. It's on the tip of his tongue. He's like, I remembered. I came into this room to do something. What was I walked through this threshold intending to do. I got up off the couch. I went to the kitchen, and I'm standing in the kitchen. And I know I needed to do something. I remember what it was. I needed a fork. Although believed by many to be nothing but a folk legend, the White Walkers have recently crossed paths with the Night's Watch in a series of bloody encounters. Yeah. Okay, now the book gets a little weird, because it does, like, one of these. And it, like, folds onto the back of another page. This will be the ending page. This will be the last thing we see. Whoa. Yes. And do we have... Yes, this is the continent of Essos. Yes. We'll start here and then move this way. The continent of Essos. Situated just across the narrow sea from Westeros, the expansive continent of Essos is home to a large variety of cities and cultures, largely independent from the influence of the Seven Kingdoms. A number of the free cities can be found along the west coast, including Pentos, Bravos, and Myr. Less civilized is the Dothraki Sea to the east, an immense grass plain covering much of Essos. In the south, extending into the Summer Sea, is the Valyrian Peninsula and the ruined city of Valyria, once the ancestral home of House Targaryen. Okay. East of Valyria lies what is perhaps Essos' most notorious region, Slaver's Bay, the central hub of slave trading and home to the slaver cities of Astapor, Yunkai, and Meereen. see if you can guess from what we're about to do which season this came out in. Oh, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to... No, we'll do Astapor. Let's do Astapor. Brick and Blood made Astapor... Oh, never mind. One of the great slaver cities, Astapor is best known for the unflinching slave warriors it produces, the Unsullied. The sister city of both Yunkai and Meereen, Astapor was thrown into chaos when Daenerys Targaryen liberated the Unsullied, ordering them to kill their masters before leading her new army away from the Plaza of Punishment and out through the city's gates. Yeah! Yeah! The Unsullied, a slave army raised from birth to follow orders to the letter and feel no pain. The Unsullied are a force to be reckoned with. Castrated in childhood and obliged to kill a newborn baby before being fully accepted into their ranks, the Unsullied must take the names of vermin as a reminder that they are the lowest of the low. Utterly obedient and highly skilled in combat, the Unsullied are now under the command of Daenerys Targaryen, who seeks to treat them with a great deal more compassion than that shown by their previous owners. Vaidothrak. The only city of the nomadic Dothraki, Vaidothrak, is an expansive but sparsely populated settlement littered with artifacts and monuments stolen from other cities by raiding Dothraki tribes known as Khalasars. The enormous horse gate greets visitors who are forbidden from carrying weapons or shedding blood within the walls of the city. The widows of the Dothraki leaders, the revered Dosh Khaleen, traditionally reside in Vaidothrak and are believed by the Dothraki to be able to divine the future. House Targaryen. Fire and blood. Escaping Valyria before the doom, the survivors of House Targaryen crossed the narrow sea to take up their seat at Dragonstone before Aegon I Targaryen used his dragons to conquer Westeros. This proud history of fire and blood made the Targaryen rulers of the Seven Kingdoms for nearly 3 centuries, until the unhinged actions of the Mad King brought about Robert's Rebellion. With their lineage all but extinct, the last dragon, Daenerys Targaryen, fights in exile to once again claim the Iron Throne in the name of her family, but the path to conquest is fraught with danger and decisions that may cost the lives of thousands. Oh, this is another... Oh my god, there's so much stuff in this thing. Pentos. Located on the west coast of Essos, Pentos is one of the 9 free cities, known for its large port and the brisk business it does with Westeros. And the brisk business. Brisk business, you say. It sells iced tea. And the brisk business it does with Westeros across the narrow sea, Pentos has its share of extremely wealthy merchants. Among the most notable is the Magister Illyrio Mopatis, who brokered the marriage between Daenerys Targaryen and Dothraki horse lord Khal Drogo. Karth. The city of Karth is renowned for its splendor and its great port, which is visited by ships from around the known world. Controlled by a group of dignitaries known as the 13, Karth is fabulously wealthy, its opulence bolstered by its heavy reliance on slave labor. Karth is also home to the mysterious warlocks of the House of the Undying, whose confrontation with Daenerys Targaryen ended in fire and death. I suppose this is Karth, do we suppose? Are these the walls of Karth? Oh, this is so cool. Oh my god, this is awesome. Okay, and... Whoa. Oh, no, buddy. Oh, no, it's okay. It's alright, come on back down. Oh, look, there we go. Hi. Dragons. Once believed extinct, dragons have once again returned to the world. Reborn through the mysterious powers of the mother of dragons, Daenerys Targaryen. Long associated with House Targaryen, who used these creatures to conquer Westeros and dominate it through their rule, dragons have limitless military value to those who would seek to win the Iron Throne. Deadly at a young age, dragons soon grow to be immense beasts with formidable destructive power and a penchant for burnt flesh. Yes. And now, I think we can do something like, hang on, I'm trying to do this one-handed. I think we can now do something like, where is it? Yeah, something like this. We do this, and we like give this like a half rotation, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can do this. And it does, it's not a new book. It doesn't stand up quite properly. But you can sort of see where I'm going. Where I think, like, there's a world where they all, like, stand up together somehow. And I think that it would be super cool. I think we would have to, like, pick this one up so that these two can be straight, and then, like, this one folds, like, up and out, but we're not going to try to do that. We're just going to look at this sun here, okay? We're just going to look at this sun. Does this have the... Oh, it does. Look at that. Wow. Wow, Loki. Bring back to the wall. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you like this kind of silly nonsense, please tell me so. Furthermore, if you do actually have a list of the inaccuracies in this book, please do leave them in the comments. I want to see. And finally, I would like to thank everyone who subscribed, everyone in the Discord, everyone who has subscribed to our Patreon. Thank you guys very much. You allow us to do these silly things, this silly, maddening nonsense, and call it research. Without further ado, I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you for maybe a more normal video next time. Bye!